have found my treasure. One, two, three, four. Eyes on my side. That was a heroic effort. Use magic to kill death. The best has moved. One, two, three, four. Try and find a way out. Beware the human.
Beware the human. Hello everybody, hi there, Burn. I just started whenever because I forgot to set the countdown thing. Well, I forgot to start it anyway. How you doing? It's pretty late, but I woke up late. I didn't wake up until like 4:30 in the afternoon today, so we're on that schedule, I guess. Tried sleeping in the morning and overnight last night, and it just didn't work. But I did a bunch of stuff outside today. But anywho, I know I'm gonna be awake for a while and stuff, so I figured I'd stream. Oh, that sucks, Burn. Did you have to tape it? Good thing is you didn't break it. You would know if you broke it, it'd be black and blue and stuff. I think. Never actually broken a finger. I know people who have, though. It's gonna start to hurt for a while, though. Hopefully my computer can handle streaming this with the mods, because I turned Procedural Sky back on, and on top of that, which adds the day-night, and you can see it's like raining and cloudy now and stuff. On top of that, I got this mod called Light Sniper that's pretty new, that puts in all sorts of fancy lighting and road crossings, like crossing gates and stuff, which is really neat, but it does add to the like processing power and stuff that it needs. I mean, my computer is pretty beefy, but still, I'm probably going to find the limitations of my video card before long if I keep this up. I just have the default lighting pack, which is all these big floodlights. It adds all of those, and other lights too. You'll see when it gets dark. It just got daylight now, but I do have some big stuff. Oh. But yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, it is fixed. At least okay. It's pretty neat, but I am a little worried. Oh, I see. There. I'm a little worried about how much I'm going to be pushing my graphics card. It's been working pretty good so far, but I haven't really tried streaming with it yet. It does stutter a little bit here and there, especially when you get into a new town. Like when next time we go to if I go to Harbor on stream, that's going to be the ultimate test, I would think. So what we're doing now is I'm putting together a few strings of logs here. We're at Forest Central, which is here in the middle of the map. And logs always go to Sawmill down here, and I'm going to go this way so that there's no big hills, because I'm taking a lot. Taking 684 plus 513 tons of... That's telling me... Wait a minute. Is that like 1100? Oh boy, I don't think I can do that even without going up the big hills. Plus 5, 1, 3... Yeah, that's 1100 tons. Well, it all depends on if I can get out of here. This yard. If I can get up the hill getting out of here. I didn't realize it was that. There weren't any shunting jobs there either. There was just these two freight hauls. If I can get up the hill out of here, it's pretty steep. But if I can get out of here, then everything else is either downhill or level-ish. There is a bit of a hill going up into Sawmill, but it's not too bad out from this end. From this end, it's a killer. I probably couldn't get up here from this end with more than 600 or 700 tons from this end. It's just steep. But this end, there's just a little bit of a hill right here at this kink going into Sawmill, and I think I would have the momentum to get up that way. But if I can get out of this yard here, I didn't realize it was 1100. I was thinking it was going to be like 900 tons. If I can get out of this yard, that's gonna be a good challenge, I guess. And on top of trying to climb this monster hill, I'm gonna have to run tender forward with the caboose on this end, because when I get out of this yard, we're gonna come down this way and out onto the main. Then I'm going to shove into the farm and run the engine around so that I can pull forward going this way. The other option is come out here forward, but then you'd have to come this way, up this Y, which is a pretty steep hill, and then up to Forest South, which is this part's uphill too, and then you'd have this terrible hill. So yeah, not going that way. I'm sorry. Loose. Yeah. Well, if you think it's going to be okay, as long as it's not black and blue, that's when it can be dangerous to not do anything with it. If it's broken and you don't do anything with it. Oh, there was an episode of Dr. House of this woman that was the patient was at some crazy research place in Antarctica somewhere. So the whole episode was Dr. House talking to them over like a video conference phone thing. Oh yeah, Warhammer figurines are crazy. Glad I never got into that. But anyway, this episode of Dr. House, she's having all these problems. I don't remember all the crazy problems she was having, but then finally, towards the end, of course, spoilers, I guess, but Dr. House figured out that there was like whatever's inside the bone marrow, it was leaking out into the bloodstream because she had a broken bone, and if you don't set the broken bone, that's what happens, it leaks, and then that causes all sorts of problems. I don't know how realistic that was, but that was the problem. And the reason why they didn't know about it is because they were in Antarctica, and the broken bone, I think, was one of her toes on her feet. And it was cold, so she couldn't even feel it. You know, she never felt that she broke it or anything. And that was the whole... At the end of the day, that was the big problem, was this broken toe. Yeah. Warhammer sounds neat, but yeah, it's. I think it's kind of an expensive hobby. Just well, it's like my hobby that I was into all my Lionel trains. That's a very expensive hobby. Let's see, I'm making it up this hill okay so far, but this is only 513 tons, I think. So if I'm going to be able to get here up here with the two sets together, kind of doubt it. I think that should be good. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I was into Magic the Gathering pretty good for a while. Magic cards. I have one deck still. We used to have a whole bunch of cards and decks because I guess when we got paid or whatever, we would buy a big set of cards, but it was like all together in community storage. Basically, it was kind of everybody's cards. So of course, when that stops, then you only leave with what you have, I guess. But I know they exist somewhere, and I don't think they ever like sold them off or threw them out or anything like that. But if we'd ever get together and play again, I doubt it. People don't live close together anymore. And I've only really talked to those people much on Facebook now and then, really. That's mostly me. I'm very antisocial nowadays. Don't get out of the house and all that stuff. That was when we all kind of lived together. Now, the Warhammer figurines, wow. Now, is this a set, or is it just freaking one? Is that just one big figurine? With the Warhammer 40k stuff, though, that's the stuff that people paint by hand. Just one heavily detailed miniature. I think Lizardman is into some Warhammer stuff. Yeah, that's a big one. Yep, it's still $144. Wow. But I guess the smaller stuff that you gotta paint is probably cheaper. Yeah, the basic units. I think I set up my switches. Oh, I didn't hit the brakes that much. And we're going downhill. I can't see. Oh, how's the audio on everything, by the way? I think it's good. I still have the music set to 2. I guess if it starts feeling like it's too loud, I can go down to 1. Yeah, it's probably fine. Oh, I see. These couplers are good, right? Since I'm back here anyway. Got about a car left to go. Oh, wow. Well, Magic, especially if you're looking for specific cards, I got a lot of... When I was picking and choosing specific cards that I wanted, like I like the older stuff too, I'd find them online, and they were pretty cheap too, unless they were really fancy cards. But then we would also go to like GameStop or whatever and buy a whole big box. What were those big boxes called? Fat packs or something like that. We'd buy some of the big boxes and go through them all. But my deck is a lot of like old stuff. We did some horse trading kind of thing with the cards. And, oh, I like this one and I like that one. I'll give you 2 of these for one of those stuff. But it was kind of, there wasn't a whole lot of that because it was more like almost like a community chest of all the cards. Like we put the decks together and then at the end of the day would probably, unless it was a deck we were really proud about, and then we would get some sleeves and make it like a permanent deck. But we put a lot of times we put decks together, play with them, and then break the decks back up and put all the cards away back in like alphabetical order or whatever, order by not alphabetical probably, but order by what edition they were or whatever. I don't remember. It's been so long since I did stuff with Magic cards. But I do have my one main deck, my Dwarves and Artifacts. So I'm glad I have that at least at the end of the day. I used to have also like low-cost Dwarves that were, weak, but you could pump out a bunch of them because they were really cheap. And I also tried doing Dwarves and Artifacts, just straight red decks. And then I also tried a red and green Dwarf/Bear deck. And that didn't work as good. It needed a lot of tweaking still, but that I don't have anymore. The only one I have still is my Dwarves and Artifacts, my main one. It's some sleeves and stuff. Hi there, Lucy. How you doing? We are trying to pull way too much tonnage with this Ford Mikado steam engine. Yep, toot toot. Toot toot Sonic Warrior. Yeah, this is... I just did the math. I have it on my calculator on the side. This is almost 1,200 tons of logs. And this locomotive is rated for 1,000 tons of logs, so that's 200 tons more than it should be trying to pull. And it's rated for 1,000 tons on level track, on flat track. And this is a big hill getting out of here. I mean, you can see, look how much the track goes out. I fell off the bridge. But you can see how much the track just goes right uphill. What is the grade up here? 1 point, almost 2%. Yeah, I think it might get a little steeper. So I don't think I'm gonna make it up the hill out of here. If I can make it out of here, then the rest of the journey shouldn't be too bad, but that's a big if. First step is I gotta get out of the yard, and then I'm gonna shove it all the way around the loop and start actually shoving it uphill a little bit, and then switch to reverse and come back around the loop and try to get myself up to 30 kilometers on the way out. At least 30, maybe even 40, but the problem with this hill is it's steep and the speed limit is 30. So you can't get a good running start with it too much. I can't see the end of the train. Oh, there it is. I'm looking in the wrong place. I don't need to get past this switch. I need to get past the switch coming out of the yard right now. I want to lay off the throttle and then just run back and blow the air when I get past the switch, but it's uphill. Okay, that's what I just did now. Let's see. Where the hell am I? I went the wrong way. Am I out of the yard yet? Just about. Okay, she'll make it. I killed the throttle, so she's probably going to run out of speed any minute now. There we go. Alright, now I'm going to shove all the way around. That's all I got to worry about. Switches. Yeah. Oh, actually, check the other end of this yard. I don't think it really matters. I don't think there's nothing parked in this yard right now anyway, but it's all good. Alright. Is she rolling back down the hill yet? Oh, she's still rolling slightly up the hill. I'm surprised. Up. Now it's going down. It would any second because I didn't have any brakes on. It's okay, Larry's driving. It's fine. I'm gonna have to get that firebox as hot as I can get it. And with as much of speed as I can get to go up there, I'm thinking like 35 Ks if I can do it. Before I hit the bottom of that hill. I don't know. It's gonna be... I don't think I'm gonna make it up this hill, but we'll see. It's a fun challenge. I didn't realize this was gonna be 1,200 tons. I wasn't looking at the tonnage, I was just looking at the strings of cars. And I was like, oh, that's probably like 900 tons. Now it's 1,200. It's not even worth that much. But just before I started streaming, I bought the last license that I needed to buy, so yeah, that's fine. I'm not looking for speed right now. So, and the last one was Military 3, and and a few days before that, maybe I got Hazmat 3. So now I have everything, which means my copay cost if I screw up and have a derailment is through the roof, like probably $1.5 million or something. But I have all the licenses. I can haul anything and everything I want. Oh, and I made a U.S. Army skin for the locomotive. And, I don't know, maybe a month ago I made one for the caboose. Actually, now that the sun's out, maybe once we park, I'll take a picture of that. Yeah, that's a decently long train. It's not worth much of anything either. That's the problem with logs and the sawmill is it's not worth much. 8,000 and 7,000. Well, 8,800, 7,000. That's not much, considering what you can make with hazmat and military. It's very heavy, so it's not really good stuff to try to start with either. Well, once you get MU, I guess it is. We cleaned out the Forest Central. I'm surprised there wasn't even one. Usually there's at least one string of flat cars to load up as a shunting job. This time I got up here, nothing. Just these two sets of loaded cars ready to go out. That was it. Now, did I see a speed limit sign for this curve? It is 30. Okay, yeah, I would try to go more than 30. I was just hoping it wasn't 20. So one of these yards that has a loop that goes around it. I think it's the oil well. The speed limit is 20, and it's like, oh, I'm supposed to build up speed on that. But there's no hill to try to get out of the oil well. So we're doing like 25 or so. I'm gonna not give her too much throttle, except right now. And I'm just gonna go until she wants to stop, and then I'll throw it in reverse. Let's see what kind of speed we can get out of here. And start the job, too. I didn't start the jobs yet. I gotta remember to do that. Could you imagine I spend all the time and energy getting out of here and then I never started the job? I've done that before. Yeah, she's slowing down already. End of the train's hitting the hill. Oh yeah. Alright, that should be good. The brakes. Reverse, I don't care if she starts rolling. Actually, don't even leave the independent on. Go ahead and roll, I don't care. Let's get it started. Set my watch just for the hell of it, even though there's no way I'm gonna make it. 25. It's 25 minutes from here to Sawmill? Yeah, that's not. But I'll try. C3. I don't think C3 would be long enough for both sets of B2. No. B3. That sounds kind of like it. Alright. It's kind of a crapshoot which one I want to come into first. Oh, yeah, look how much she's rolling. Get this fire good and hot, actually. Let's get the other shovel. I don't have to shovel as often. Because I need all of the heat. This one fills the firebox in 2 scoops. With 3 points, but it's 2 scoops. Yeah, actually open that thing all the way. We need all the heat. Oh no, I left the water on. I'm doing too many things at once. I'll burn through it. Oh, we already got 25. Good. So how you doing, Lucy? Still cleaning up your engine block? Getting all the parts ready and whatnot? Okay, 30. Can't go much faster than this until I can clear this curve. It's daytime, the headlight doesn't matter that much, but whatever. I didn't take a picture of the skin like I said I was going to. That's why I never have many pictures. I never think to do it until it's too late. That's the heat. That's not enough. Considering that I have. That's why it's not enough. Considering that the draft's all the way open, it should be getting pretty hot. I'm like trying to wait for the end to get around the curve so I can try to speed up more, but the hill that I'm about to try to go up is only rated at 30 anyway, so it's not like I can do much faster. I don't think we're making it up here. I think we're gonna have to split it up, but I'm gonna try. I'm not slipping, right? Probably not much more than that because we're only doing 30 anyway. Technically, right now I'm in a 40, but as soon as we hit that hill, it's 30 anyway. Guess we'll kill the throttle for a little bit. I didn't burn through that water yet. How much did I leave the water open? Oh, God. Clearly, this game doesn't care too much about overfilling the water. There we go. I'm making a lot of steam, that's good. I'm actually gonna make it out of here. I doubt it, but I'm gonna try. Now with the Steam Realism mod, you can pull like 2,000 tons. It's crazy how much, if you really know what you're doing, but it makes it so complicated. I haven't messed around with that yet. I don't think I ever will, really. It's a little bit over my pay grade sort of thing. We're making it so far. I'm actually very surprised because this is like I said, it's pretty much 1,200 tons. And this is, I know this is it's a steep hill, but it's not a very long hill. Oh yeah, we made it. Because I think by the time we get to that branch, that little branch that comes to our quote-unquote house, yeah, we technically own that little house, I guess. Once we make it to there, we're not going uphill anymore, I think. Wow. Okay. That was actually easy. 1,200 tons up that hill. Okay. Now I know. That is not a problem. Just now it's flattening out. So it's still uphill. Yeah, we made it. Cool. 1,200 tons. Wow. Still want to keep the firebox relatively hot. That killed the draft. It's fine. Oh, we're still going uphill a bit. Okay, I thought it wasn't uphill anymore. It's not like I can see any signs since we're going tender first here. I do believe Saturday or Sunday, another locomotive will drop for the valley. Not an official one, a modded one. If you remember that German 060 shunter steamer that I showed off a few times, the same guy is making a German 282, so it's going to be pretty similar to this engine, I think, but it's a tank engine, so no tender to try to peek around. Basically, big brother of the shunter that we already have. I didn't think we were still going uphill, but I guess we are. We're making it though. It's slow, but that's okay. Alright, we'll get the steam starting to come down on me. We need more draft again. Okay, now we must be starting to come downhill. Good. I don't know what the speed limit is. No, we're not doing 30. I'm not going to go over 40. Be safe. Okay, now we're definitely going down. Alright, cool. What's that? Said I wasn't going to go over 40. I think we're in a 60 anyway. But, yeah. Oh, this is a lot of weight coming down a big hill. There we go. I usually don't have to hit the brakes that hard, but this is 1,200 tons. Okay. Good. Crisis averted. We're in that much danger, but crisis averted anyway. This is a long train. Holy crap. I'm very surprised that I made it out of there quite as easily as I did. That trick of backing around the loop, getting a full head of steam, so to speak, really helps. I'm in NJ. We got 4. Knew there was a 4 somewhere. I'm just looking at my PC temps. Okay. One of the cores is up here. No, wait, that's percentage. No, the highest one is like spikes to 56, but it's supposed to be like 52. That's okay. And then my graphics card is staying at 55 Celsius. It's supposed to Celsius. I think that's still pretty good. I know things get hotter when I play Derail Valley. It's probably the most graphics extensive game that I have. Makes my computer work out the most. Oh, right, the coast's on this end. I'm like, wait a minute, where's the red dot? I think we made it. Oh. Let's see. And into the river. Yes, made it. Wait a minute, did we make it past this? Yeah. Switch. Alright, now I'm going to shove this all the way into the main on the farm, and then I got to run around, and then the engine will be on the right end of the train, and everything will be right again. I'm in the river. Please. Thank you. Using the regular shovel, I think. I was thinking of switching back to the little one and trying to get a little more precise with it, but 1,200 tons. I guess I could. This means I gotta scoop more often. We're not going up the big hill anymore, though, so. It's really not the right time slot for me to be streaming, I guess, but I felt like it, and I don't know when I'm going to stream during the day again because I've been sleeping at the wrong time. And if I'm not asleep, I'm going to be busy during the day because I don't know if Lucy's still here, but I'm inheriting something. I guess inheriting is the right way. Being given something is probably a little bit more accurate. A neighbor, not the neighbors that I always talk about, but one more house down, another neighbor that's been there forever. But they had this riding mower that's been parked out in the open, sometimes with a cover on it, not always so, behind their garage in the yard. Not in the garage, no, behind the garage. And it's just been sitting there for like, God, how many years? I want to say it's been sitting there for pretty close to 10 years, I think. And the one brother of the person who used to own the riding mower and gave it to them, he would show up at the house every once in a while. I think he moved somewhere down south. And he would show up and start it and run it a little bit just to run the engine, I think. But he even stopped doing that a couple years ago, I think. And then I expressed a little bit of interest in it at one time, and the lady that owns it was said, "Oh, I could sell it to you for like $100." And the riding mower itself isn't anything that special. It's like an early 2000s. I think it's a Craftsman. Might be a Yardman, actually. I'm not sure what brand it is, actually. I looked at it once, but it was a while ago. But the riding mower itself I don't really need because I already have a riding mower, you know. But it has attachments. And at the very least, I know it has a plow. So if I could get that thing running just for the plow for next winter, then I'll have something to use when it's not enough snow or the snow's too wet for my snowblower. Then I'll have that plow, because right now, if it's less than 3 inches, or even if it's more than 3 inches but it's really wet and, you know, clogs up the snowblower, basically slushy crap, then I can't use the snowblower. I have to shovel it all. And I have a big driveway, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lots worth of sidewalks that I clear. So if I could have that riding mower with a plow, that would be pretty sweet. I don't know, we'll see. But it's been sitting for so long, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get it to run. No idea at all. But today I was out in the mini barn and stuff, and I was trying to make room for it, because I don't want to take this riding mower that's been sitting out in their backyard behind the garage and in the elements and stuff, and sometimes it had a cover on it and sometimes it didn't. I don't want to take it and bring it over to my yard and just have it sitting in the grass behind the garage all year with no cover on it. That's exactly what we were making fun of them for doing. But I was moving things around out in the mini barn, we call it, shed, mini barn, whatever you want to call it. And I'm pretty sure I made a spot big enough to park it in. But, you know, right now, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get it over here. It's going to be tricky. But it's sitting out there in the grass. It's been out there a while. The wheels are kind of half buried in the mud. Well, it's not that muddy. It's soft, but it's not specifically muddy. I know it's got the mower deck on it now, but I'm sure the mower deck is going to be completely toast, because the mower deck is literally sitting in the mud. You know, it's what the thing is resting on, basically, because the wheels are sunken into the ground. So I might have to take off the mower deck right there just to try to move the damn thing. I don't know yet. But I don't want it for the mower anyway. I want it for that plow. And it's getting dark. Well, you guys can see all the cool procedural sky stuff with the nighttime and the lighting. A light sniper, it's called. I was a little worried to get into this light sniper stuff because it's going to be a lot more intensive on my graphics card, I think. But it's been working pretty good. And I didn't check which switch I'm going through here, but it doesn't really matter. All of these loading tracks are clear. I know that they're always clear. How are we doing on time? We're already down to 5 minutes. You know, even if I headed out straight out of there, there's no way in hell I would have made it to Sawmill in 35 minutes. Or whatever I set that watch at. Even with the DE6, there's no way I would have made it. Okay, I don't even want to hear it ring. I'll just set it back to regular time. It's 7 o'clock in game, 7 at night. It gets dark, I think, at 6:30 or 7, and it gets light at 6:30 or 7. It's a 12-hour cycle. But the time scale is different. I think I have this time scale set for 88 minutes, I believe. Those roads don't have crossings because there's always cars parked on them, by the way. Actually, wasn't there one of those crossings that was supposed to have gates? Not sure. I might have to do something with this mod. We'll see. Place that has tons of them is Harbor. Machine Factory. They were driving me nuts in Machine Factory actually because I had to park a train on the crossings. So they were just, the alarms were going off for them. The first version of this light sniper mod with the crossing gates, the only option for audio from the crossing gates, and you couldn't even turn them off, I think. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to put it in reverse. But the only audio was this, because I guess the guy that made the mod is from the UK. So the audio for the crossing gates was this like alarm, almost like a high-low. Well, not quite a high-low, but it's close. Very loud, beeping alarm, very noisy. But now with the next release that came out a few days ago, he added the option to switch the sound to bell instead of that. And it should be a bell. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess not in England, but... So now I've got it set to bell. But I haven't seen one since the update. And I was fiddling around a little bit with it, and I turned something off that I didn't want to turn off, and then I didn't know how to turn it back on, so I ended up uninstalling the mod, and then reinstalling it. And I put the default lighting settings back in, which is what you're seeing now with these floodlights and stuff. And I'm pretty sure I turned the crossing gates back. Yeah, I know I put the level crossings on because I found the command to set it to a bell, too. Yeah, just haven't seen one yet. Now, I did close the angle cock on the other end, right? I know, funny word, but that's what these valves are called, the air valves. They're called angle cocks, I didn't name them. I don't know why I can't get under the couplers when they're over grade crossing like this. Kind of funny, actually. You just make sure it's closed back there. Oh, here's one of the newest cars that has come out. The depressed center flat cars, he calls them. I call them well cars, but they're not really. Well cars are a bit different. I think well cars are low like this, but they have a little wall on each side for the containers. I notice the tractors are not on any of these depressed center. I think depending on the cargo is whether or not you'll get the depressed center ones. I'm not sure. Haven't seen them enough in game yet. I'm just making sure that this is closed. Yeah, it is. Okay, we got air. Should be good to go. That logistical haul of flat cars isn't going to Sawmill, right? That'd be kind of funny to take this massive train already and just tack on like 3 flat cars on the end. That'd be silly. Be very silly. No, they're going to Steel Mill. Okay, they're going to Steel Mill right up the hill. Like a mile up the line. Okay. Alright. New Haven is ready to go. 773. I wonder why that number is on that engine. Gotta move. Yeah, 1,200 tons. It's a little silly using this little shovel right now because I've got to pretty much fill the firebox every time anyway, I think. It's starting up. Well, maybe when I'm just maintaining, I won't have to do it that bad, but yeah, we'll have all that steam. Out the draft, all the way. So yeah, I've got a lot of work coming up with that riding mower. Because I'm figuring the first thing I'm going to do, I have a big long, like I don't know how long it is, like 6-foot steel lining bar. It's an old O&W lining bar actually. All hail the Cube. My grandpa took it with him when he left the O&W because it was closing up shop anyway. And he did track work. But I have this big long lining bar, and then I have some wood boards. And I'm going to put the lining bar underneath the front end of the riding mower and kind of strong arm and try to get it up out of the mud a bit and get some boards under the tires so that I can get it out from the rut it's in. And I'm sure the tires are all flat. I don't know if I'm going to try to... That's one of the first things I'm going to do is try to get air in the tires, but I don't know if that's even going to work. Because, you know, they probably don't even have tubes. I hate tires on small, like, riding mowers and stuff like that. Pain in the ass. And I don't know the trick with spraying the lighter fluid on it and lighting it and making it magically snap to the bead. I'm not gonna mess around with that. I've seen a lot of videos of that going horribly wrong. We're almost at Oil Well Central. It's starting to get some speed. It's starting to recover my steam. I'm a bad boy and I let it get down low. Well, like halfway. We don't need to be flying into any oil tankers. Yeah, there's a bit of lag, but it's not too bad. No gates here, huh? Yeah, I guess they figured it was too close to the yard. Either that or the gates aren't working. One or the other. Neat. I don't know what this logic car stuff is. It pops up sometimes. Oh, let me get the command for the gates just to make sure they're on. I know they're on. Be sure. Don't mind me. Light Sniper. You know, the mod is called Light Sniper, but there's so much you can do with it. It has these level crossing gates, and then if you don't just load the default lighting profile, you can instead go into like an edit mode and put in all of your own lighting exactly how and where you want it. It's very unique. It's very customizable and stuff, I guess is the right word. Light Sniper install pack space level start crossing. Okay, let's try that out. I'm pretty sure it's already installed though. Not looking at the cars, I know there's a bunch of new tankers, but it's okay. Hate having to write out commands. Oh, pack success. Okay, it wasn't installed. It just said pack successfully installed. Well, there's the problem. Okay, we're getting some speed finally. Oh, we're running out of steam. Screw this noise. Yeah, the little shovel isn't cutting it for this. It's too much micromanaging. Up on the big curve. Yeah, we're getting there. We're not there yet. My headlights are on, right? little bit of lag. You know what? I'm getting lag from the freaking music. I might have to turn that off and run chill hop. If I'm gonna get lag from media player. I think I'm gonna do that. Kind of sucks because I do like having my music play, but that was a very big coincidence if that lag wasn't from the media player. I have noticed that before though. It's just anything is like kind of looking for the straw that broke the camel back with the lag. Gotta turn it double. Let's see if it happens again. Headlights on. Oh, I didn't turn my headlights back. Oh, the FRA would have a field day with me. Why did I touch the brakes? We're not there yet. We're almost there. That's gonna be a 30 coming up, so. Steam recovered. Oh, isn't it fun driving in the dark? For a while, I kind of got tired of the procedural sky stuff. I was like, you know what? Let's just go back to default. Just have the sun out all the time. But I was kind of getting an itch to turn on procedural sky back on, and then this light sniper mod came out. I was like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Now that I have that, I'm probably not gonna go back. Of course, whenever the big simulator update comes up, forget it. All of the mods are gonna have to get turned off most likely until they get updated. And then depending on what comes out with the game with simulator, some of the mods won't be needed anymore. Like I think with the simulator update, we're gonna get a built-in day-night cycle. So there goes procedural sky. I think there's gonna be like weather effects and stuff like that too. So we won't need procedural sky anymore. I don't know about this light sniper. It's too bad this guy didn't come up with this light sniper thing earlier because. It's only going to be probably a few months and then the update's going to be out. Although the thing with this light sniper mod is it doesn't just add lighting, it adds the ability to add your own custom lighting and stuff. Like there's a mode with the remote where you can place the lighting objects and stuff, so you can have your own kind of lights however you want them. Basically, I haven't messed around with that. I just loaded up in the default lighting schematic, and it's perfectly fine for me. Okay, 3. I don't think we're going any faster than 3. Okay, this is going to be the next speed limit. It's still 30. Not multitasking very well. Well, that's one heck of a curve. When you see the front end of the locomotive. whipping around like that. 50, but of course that's not until the end of the train makes it to where we are now. So, okay. Look how the red dot is the caboose. That's how far back the end of the train is. That's why the caboose is so useful, especially with a big train. See where the end of your train is. And if you're running diesels, it doubles the length of distance you can go with the locomotive remote. And back to 30. Okay. Oh, or you can't go over 30 then. No point. Back at the end of the train is still in the 30 zone before the 40, and now the head ends 30 again, so. It's a bit of a slow drag. Gotta remember I'm using a bigger shovel right now, so maybe don't scoop this coal quite as quick, but I need a lot of steam though. 1,200 tons. That one's a 4. Yeah, I didn't have to go over to the other side to see it. Oh, what's the end of the train? I see a big kink coming up. It's probably going to be 30 all the way up there. Yeah, there's a 3 again. Why bother doing 40 for 100 feet? It's so silly, the speed limits. I think that's going to be changed with the simulator update too. They're going to go through and maybe straighten out some of the curves a bit. I hope they don't go too overboard with that, but I don't know if they're going to straighten out curves, but they might fiddle with the speed limits. Because there are some places where you can safely overspeed, and there's a couple spots where you can derail going the posted speed limit. I've done it once or twice. Very light derail, but still, just drop a couple of wheels on the ground. But it still shouldn't happen if you're not going over the speed limit. Uh, 40 coming up. Once again, if the tail end will ever get to it. Maybe. Hopefully I can do 40 before the hill going up into the sawmill. Is that a tunnel? I didn't even see it. Shoveling call. Wow, this is windy. I love it though. These are the lines that would be nice to have a Shay locomotive. A geared Shay locomotive. Very powerful for the hills, but very low top speed. Like 15 miles an hour or something. Maybe 20 at the most. They are built specifically for track like this. Well, actually they're built for worse track. Track that's really thrown together and poorly maintained and stuff like that. Basically it's almost like making an off-road vehicle but for train. Tail ends in the 50 yet. I think it is. 40 and it's going to go up. Okay, so I should be able to do at least 40 by now, I think. Yeah. Except we might be slightly going uphill because I'm trying to speed up and it sounds like we're slowing down. Yeah, we can go up to 50 now. We're gonna. But in reality, we're doing 20. Barely. Oh boy. I did not notice that it was going uphill. Oops. Scooted over too fast. 60, but it's gonna go back down. It doesn't say anything about that. So on the board wouldn't say anything. More power, more speed. Oh god, I left the water on again. We're gonna be out of water. I'm gonna have to buy. I'm gonna have to spend money at the career manager to fill the tender back up because that's 2 or 3 times I left it on. I don't do that crap when I'm not streaming. It's streamer brain. 40 and getting close to the switch for the yard, which means now if it wasn't already uphill, it's definitely uphill now. Back up from the other end. Close. Well, I think I'll try for C. Yeah, the first set goes to C, and then hopefully I can run around and grab the other end and put it over to B. I don't want to have to back up from the other end of the yard, because that's even a steep, that's a much steeper hill, actually. It's only half the train that I would have to do that with, but still. Rather not. It's also a very tight thing. Come on. We're almost there. I think I can. To the turntable. A lot of times I turn this switch thinking it's the next one, and hilarity ensues. Okay, we're going right here, which is what I want. That's C. That's C. That's it. Just doing a shunter right now. Eventually, we will see. Actually, I want the I. I want the I track. Why I didn't think I had to throw switches there, but we made it. Eventually we will see the custom switching locomotive, the Class 89, the one that I was playing with a couple streams ago. That is set up so that it can spawn in, like wherever a shunter would spawn in, I think. But it's rare. Oh god. A lot longer to go. The first set that goes here, right? And then, of course, I stopped dead. Probably about 2 cars short. Let me see the tail end. I just need to... Well, how many cars is this first set? Oh, I hit level up. 12 cars. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7. 36. 136, that's the last one. It's not really on the track. It needs to go forward a couple of cars. I need to get it right up to the sign then. And it's rolling back, that's great. 'Cause tail end is still on a hill, I guess. Come on, it's only 1,200 tons. Oh, we're not slipping. This Mikado is really good. I think it might be a little bit more powerful than it should be if you were trying to be correct. A little bit too good. I mean, Mikados were really good freight at locomotives, but I don't know. Hard to tell because I don't know. Oh, that's what I needed to worry about this tail end. Right. Oh crap, I can't get to that end. Ah, pain. Crap, I'm gonna have to... Let me turn in what's parked on the track right now. Yeah, 25 minutes. Yeah, there was no way that was gonna happen. Oh, it's Police Shunter. Derail Valley Police. Don't ask me why I got that mod, but it was available, so I got it. I can go up maybe a car at most. I'm gonna be able to get past the freaking caboose if I go up a car. No, I still don't think I would be able to. Maybe I'll try, but I don't think I'll be able to get past up there. Damn. It's gonna be that one's shorter. And it's just rolling back again. That's it. We'll get past the caboose back there. Nope. Damn. Well, it is downhill. You know. It's a little bit sketchy, but I could just roll the cars back. Oh boy, we're getting into sketchy railroading time. This is really sketchy. Okay, what am I gonna do? Actually, the engine brake can stay on. But train brakes are just about fully released. Yeah, I'm trying to drag the whole train down the hill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. SU, that's unload. Okay, so that's where I make my brake. Okay, what we're gonna do, we're gonna bottle the air. Blow it up this end. We're gonna let it roll. Okay, so this end, the brakes are still released, but the cars are pumped up with air. So once I get back past, actually, I only need to get past, yeah, keep rolling. We need to get past this switch here. Right. No, I can't run around on that track. But if I just moved to empties. So I need to get past that switch. So like 3 cars further back. Just let it roll, it's fine. This is perfectly safe railroading. I need to get past this switch and then blow the air to park them. Then I can run the engine around and grab it and get over to that yard over there. Not sketchy at all. It's really not because I know they're pumped up full of air. So all I got to do is blow the air. But the FRA probably wouldn't like this very much. but they're not here. Here, get myself water in a second. This actually worked. Hill is so steep, this actually worked. There we go. I'm leaving that air below. But it matters actually, because you can't pump back up anyway. But the brakes are set, and it should not go anywhere. Now in real life, if all you did was blow the air so that the brakes would set up, that would last you guaranteed like maybe half an hour? I don't remember my rules anymore, but any longer than that, and if you don't have any handbrakes set, there's a very real chance that the air, because when you blow the air, you're actually blowing the air from the reserve tank into the brake cylinder to apply the brakes. But then the air, because these systems are never perfectly sealed, the air slowly bleeds off and leaks from the cylinder. And once the air leaks out, then the brakes release again. So if you don't have any handbrakes set or chocks or anything like that, it's just the track. It's that crazy of a hill right there. It's like a big hump. But so that's why you always have to set handbrakes and put chocks under the wheels and stuff at the park. And she's rolling back, so I need to stop gabbing and get the engine back here before those cars roll back to City Southwest or something. Not blowing the air, we keep them from moving, because blowing the air sets up the brakes on. But that's a really big help. We gotta go grab him now. And we gotta drag him uphill. But it's only like, what, 5 cars? No, 8 cars. So it's not as bad as 12 cars. Quite as bad, I think. Overall, I'm very happy with how well this thing performed. 1,200 tons. That's pretty damn good in this game. The V6 is rated for 14, which means it can probably handle a little bit more than that. But the ratings are for flat track. Switch my shovels back. It's a hookup. Run away on my train. Please. Open it up. See it turn. It is starting to roll, but very slowly. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and face through all these things. I was trying to be more realistic and ducking them so that I wouldn't take my head off these posts, but I get tired of that game. Yeah. Back past the switch, throw it forward and fly back up there. The track is 3 again, it's P3 instead of C3. That was for the engine stub. There. Rolling yet? Yep, brakes released. It's only like 513 tons. Now you want to work all your switching from this end of this yard. It's the other end. It's where the really steep hill with a really tight number 3 speed limit is. You can't see squat and it's very steep, so you want to work it from this end. All of the switches have, you can work from either end and you can hold the tracks. There's no dead end stumps you have to park anything on, so just work it from this end always. But if I couldn't have pulled off that little maneuver that we did with rolling the cars back on their own, then I would have had to like put the first half over on the main and come back and grab the second half. And I put the first half back in the main on this track where it belongs. Thankfully we were able to do that little roll it down the hill game. Not in any rush because I'm now way past the time limits anyway. Any empties that want to be loaded up? Yeah. Just like 3, right? 1 here and 2 over there. Yeah. It's even worth it. I wish the first half, the longer half, wanted to go on this track because this track's a bit longer, easier to move around. I wouldn't have to do those shenanigans. Now this area is pretty flat, so I just have the independent on, but it should be fine. Okay. 57 minutes and 20. Ridiculous. How bad? I'm afraid to look. How bad is my water gauge? A couple of times I left it on. But you don't really waste it per se. 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4 is 8, and I think there's 9 notches. So we're not quite down to halfway yet. Got tons of money, so it'll let me take the jobs no matter what. That's not as I was expecting it to be down near the bottom, honestly, because there's a couple times I left the water injector on for too long. But we did, considering that was freaking 1,200 tons climbing out of the logging camp and up into here. We did pretty damn good on water, I think. Okay, good. Now I need to run around. Oh, I can unload these suckers. Actually, I'm gonna load these stupid. Is it just 3 cars? Yeah, 2 here and 1 over there. That's the only storage tracks, right? Yeah, it'll be another 3 cars. This is where the output goes. I'll load those 3 cars, stick them over here, and then we can unload these 2 monsters that we just brought in. Can I get past the caboose up here? I better come forward another caboose length. I think I got space up here, right? Yeah. Space. Now I'm gonna BRB for a second because I need water. Drink. Yeah. No, this is not around anymore. She got summoned, I think. Yeah, this is really not the usual time for me to be streaming, but I felt like it. I'll be right back though. Oh, stream's not starting, so yeah. Take off my glasses and I realize I need to see something. Here we go. That's it done. Oh, come on, media player. Why are you doing that? I almost forgot. Oh, wrong scene, that's why. Almost forgot it. I was streaming for a second. I almost just started playing the game. But we're good. was I doing? I don't know. Actually, I might as well grab this flat card. Well, I'll run around. I want to, like I said before, I want to work it from that end. Doesn't really matter with 3 cars so much, but it's easier to switch with the cars in front of you with this new engine anyway. It's to just see better. Let's just run away. This way, I think. Actually, no, I'll go the other way so the track's already aligned for the loading track. Efficiency! That one. Turn the lights on. Yep. I did not put it in reverse. Larry. Knock it off. So I meant to do that. Just uncouple from the non-existent cars behind us. Should just be able to squeeze by, right? Yeah, we got plenty of, oh yeah, plenty of space. Plenty of space. As tempting as it is to do the loading jobs for the unloading, I just hooked up to the tender and start the caboose. And start unloading everything. You really always want to do the loading first, because if you do unloading first, then when you figure out what empties you have to get together for the loading, you find out you buried them because you unloaded first and buried them with all those new cars. So always do the loading first. Even if it's a little stupid job like this one is. Guess I should check the job sheets and make sure this is a loading job and it's not just some weird, like, 3 empties on a... 2 empties and 1 empty on a logistic wall somewhere. That would be hilarious. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, my monitor's all just blacked out for a second. That was not nice, and now the game is on the wrong monitor. Oh. What is going on? Could have sworn I heard the air conditioner. Okay, this is bad. I'm realizing now this is very bad. My monitor's blacked out like 3 times in a row and then came back. Oh, it's still happening. Save and quit. Yeah, we're getting out of the game while it's doing this. Oh crap, what happened? I was looking inside my case before, my computer case, because I was worried that something was a little bit louder than normal, but I think I was just hearing the CPU working a bit. Let's get back to this. But I just slightly touched the video card. I'm wondering if I loosened it a little bit. Nothing's blacking out anymore, so it was specifically the game. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop streaming now. I don't know what's going on. I was thinking of taking things apart and cleaning them and stuff. I don't want to do that now because that would involve running the vacuum cleaner, and it's 1 in the morning. People are sleeping. But I might have to make sure that freaking video card isn't good. Or maybe one of the HDMI cables in the back of the... for one of the monitors is a little loose. That's possible too. I hate the HDMI cables because they don't lock it. They don't have, like the old-fashioned monitor cables have the little thumb screws to actually physically tighten them in. You know, they can't get loose. They're screwed in, basically. With the modern video cards with all these HDMI cables, they just kind of plug in like USB cables. It's nice, it's convenient, but they're not locked in. So, I don't know what just happened. My temps, I don't think the temps were bad. I was glanced at them not too long ago. I don't know, something's a little wacky, and I'm gonna stop streaming now. Maybe, probably mostly as a test. I think I'm gonna stop streaming now. I'm gonna shut down my computer and fiddle with my video card, make sure it's in there tight. Make sure the connections are tight, because that was really weird. Like all three screens blacked out, then it came back on with Derail Valley on the wrong monitor. Then it blacked out, then it came back on, then it blacked out, and then it came back on. As soon as I managed to kill Derail Valley, now nothing's blacking out, which tells me it was working a little too hard, maybe. I wonder if it was even like a power issue, because I couldn't quite tell with my headphones on, but it almost sounded like the air conditioner was kind of going in and out too. It could be a power issue then. Now the compressor kicked on with the air conditioner. I don't know. I'll fiddle around with stuff. I might, not that anybody's gonna be around, but I might just stream on Discord after mostly to test things out and make sure everything's still working. I'm not having some kind of issues. Anywho, I'll see you guys around. Yeah, it still says BRB, but short stream, but I felt like streaming, so I did. Oh, there's Lucy. Yep. I might be around in my streaming voice call thing on the Discord. I don't know. That's on if there's a real problem or not. I'm hoping it wasn't really a bad thing. It was just something that was a little wacky or loose. Anywho, I'll see you guys around. Or later. Short.